started?
Okay.
Huh? Okay. जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजना यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजना यमुना तेरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, follow করবে ঠিক আছে?
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. जगद्गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की संगत गौर भक्त वृंद की ओम नमः भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमः भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमः भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनेति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वतीदेवे गौरवाणि प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चातदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा. So we are reading from Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita, the 4th volume. Chapter entitled is A Lot of Ground to be Covered. Gorakhpur, February 10th February 1971. So please let's go to that time. We don't have time machine, but Srila Prabhupada said, in spiritual life, you can visit any yoga anywhere. How? Being here, we can go to Mayapur through our mind, isn't it? Isn't it fascinating? In outside world, people are creating so many things to go to some specific place, but we can go anytime. We don't need to have visa, no need to pass the immigration officers. No, just we have to think. And Prabhupada said, staying on dham through mind is more effective than staying on dham physically but not in mind. Someone may live in Vrindavan and Jagannath Puri, Mayapur, but they are thinking, okay, Malaysia is so good. Yeah? There we can get soya, a different type of soya. So that is not use of dham. But someone staying in Malaysia, Singapore, or wherever they are out of Vrindavan, and all the time they are thinking, when Kartik will come and I'll go to Vrindavan, when Kartik will come. I know so many devotees that count 365 days from the calendar, that okay, or 364 days more. Then they count 363 days, 360 days, then 300 days, okay, I'll go to Vrindavan. So they are real in Dham, not that person who is in staying in the Dham. So let's go to 1971. Today, 10th February. Are you with me?
I don't know, calendar all I never see.
Today, 10th February 1971.
Oh,
Okay?
1971.
1971.
Oh.
So that we can relate that past times. Otherwise, we'll feel, okay, this is the past tense, was, not is. But spiritual life is always is. There is no past. You see Krishna's Leela, their past tense never used. Why? Because this is transcendental. Satchid Anandamaya. This never can be past. Okay? One hearing that Srila Prabhupada wanted to preach in Gorakhpur, Hanuman Prasad Poddar, eminent head of the Gita Press Publishing Company, offered one of his properties, a two-story house known as Krishna Niketan. Mr. Poddar, who was bedridden in another house in Gorakhpur, had first met Srila Prabhupada in 1962, and he appreciated Prabhupada's mission. So that person was appreciating Srila Prabhupada's mission. And those who were genuine that time, they were appreciating Srila Prabhupada's mission. When you appreciate such a advanced devotee, you welcome in your life good qualities. Unless and until we will not be able to glorify devotees, our heart will not be purified. This is by default. Kaula dushe nidarajan hi asti eka mahana guna kirtana deva krishnasya mutta sangha param vaje. By default, Kali Yuga's nature is to find fault. Why? Kaula dushe nidhi. This is version of faults. If you go to ocean and say, oh my God, I can see only water. What else you can see there? Only water. That's why it's known as ocean, isn't it? Kola dushe nide rajan, but we should try to see some good qualities. Because this is rare. All around, you go and look around you, and you'll find everywhere people are gossiping about others, finding fault about others. But who appreciate? Appreciation is a divine quality. Ramachandra appreciated the mandis, isn't it? Krishna appreciates Sudhama's that popped rice. Vishnu appreciates Gajendra's simple lotus flower. Isn't it? Isn't it fascinating? The Supreme Personality of Godhead, He is appreciating. What stops us to appreciate devotees? So that's why it's very, very important to understand that we should appreciate. Srila Prabhupada said, if you find fault in others, next 3 days, this fault will come to you. Very same fault. I can tell you one personal experience of mine. One devotee used to, this, sometimes they each in years,
Yeah.
And I thought, oh my God, this man is like, he should wash his hand. And in my mind, first I concentrate, then I tell others. I said, Prabhu, you should tell him, he should wash his hand. Prabhu, after 1 week or 2 weeks, I didn't know, unknowingly I was doing like this.
Guru.
I was doing the same thing. I said, oh my God. I was the one who was blaming him because of that reason, and now I am doing the same thing. So that's why from that time I understand when we blame someone for some specific reason, everyone have a shortcomings. Everyone is struggling in this world. No one is perfect. Prabhupada say, not all the Vaishnavas are perfect. You are imperfect, I am imperfect. When we'll worship togetherly perfect person, then we'll become perfect. Because imperfect, is out, then it's only remain perfect. So two imperfect person comes together, serve perfect person, through perfect process, they will become perfect. You got it?
Yeah, that's it.
Two imperfect person comes together, they serve perfect person through perfect process, then ultimately they will become perfect. So this is very interesting that person, Krishna, Mr. Poddar, he is appreciating Srila Prabhupada. And when you will appreciate such a glorious devotees, surely you are welcoming good qualities in your life. Krishna said in Srimad Bhagavatam, who blame my devotees, their sukriti, their all pious deed, their fame, all go away. In Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes we can see Ramachandra Puri, he was such a, he has such audacity. He said, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you are sannyasi, but why ants are around your home, your room, means you are eating sweets. And sannyasi is not supposed to eat sweet. Mahaprabhu said, okay. Then Mahaprabhu stopped eating, he started taking less. And what happened? Then he started finding faults on Guru. Because his Gurudev was who? Madhavendra Puri. Madhavendra Puri or Ishwar Puri? No, Madhavendra Puri. Ramachandra Khan and Ishwar Puri. Okay. So he was finding faults. And Madhavendra Puri was saying, oh Krishna, when I can see you. He was lamenting on emotions, on the real bhav. Because he was pure devotee of Krishna. Krishna himself brought milk for him. So you can understand he is an elevated soul. But Ramachandra Puri was saying, oh my dear Gurudev, what are you doing? You should think about Brahma. Why you are lamenting? You should come on the stage of not lamenting, no suchati, no kangshati. He said, get lost from me. I don't want to see your face. If I see your face and if I die, I'll go to hell. So slowly, this non-appreciation goes to offense. And once we do commit offense, that is starting. One devotee was saying that offense is not like injection, that it will work immediately. It is like cancer. You will not come to understand unless and until this is not last stage. When last stage comes, then you, oh my God, there is no place to go. Otherwise we say, okay, my chanting is going on, my Bhagavatam reading is going on, I am hearing, I am taking prasad, everything is going on, so Vaishnava is not working, isn't it? Oh no, my dear Prabhu, it says cancer. It will come to, you will come to know when the final stage will come. So he is appreciating Srila Prabhupada's mission, that Mr. Poddar, He was on bed. Then next paragraph we'll read, then we'll go to Srimad Bhagavatam. When Prabhupada received permission to use the Krishna Niketan, he acted quickly. That is Prabhupada. Prabhupada is very smart. Prabhupada is very smart. Whenever Prabhupada get chance to preach Krishna consciousness, Prabhupada didn't do delay. Okay, tomorrow I'll do. He never, he do immediately. Srila Prabhupada, when he came to Juhu temple, you know, ISKCON's Mahabharata is Juhu temple. You know, there so much things happened. Mr. Channa and all this, you know, this Giriraj Maharaj wrote that book, I will build you a temple. Prabhupada went there, Prabhupada took Radha Rash Vihari. There was so much struggle. Everybody said, Prabhupada, let's go from here. So much of fightings, so much of, you know, even police comes, once they come and break all the constructions. Then everybody said, Prabhupada, let's go from here. Then Prabhupada said, I promised to Radha Raj Bihari, I'll give them a temple, and I'm not going to go. We'll see what happens. So Prabhupada acted immediately, you know. Prabhupada didn't do delay. And Prabhupada was so, like he was very much confident about his preaching. He was very confident. Once Prabhupada went to one person's home, and Prabhupada distributing back to Godhead. Back to Godhead that time was 1 paisa. 1 paisa means, I don't know how to count in like ringgit. There is no count in ringgit. 1 paisa means very less. And Prabhupada was that person, Prabhupada said, okay, can you take this back to Godhead? He said, wait, I'll come. I'll go to my home and get my money and I'll give you. And that is that is summer season. And Prabhupada standing outside of his home. Sunlight. One person crossed that road and he saw Prabhupada. He said, Swamiji, what are you doing here? Prabhupada said, I came with this back to Godhead and I want to give to that person. He said, he will come. Anyway, after 4 hours, that person come back and he saw Prabhupada still standing there. He said, Swamiji, what happened? Why you are still here? He said, no, he told me that he will come back. He'll give me Lakshmi, then I'll give him back to Godhead. And he said, Swamiji, are you waiting for this Lakshmi? Prabhupada said, no. If you take back to Godhead, he will become devotee. And for this, so see Prabhupada mood, that person said, okay, from today I am your full-time back to Godhead receiver or the member for back to Godhead. So every month I will take back to Godhead. So that is Prabhupada's confidence. Prabhupada is so patient. Then it was not proper, he said, that the deities of Radha and Krishna he had brought from Calcutta had been packed away in a trunk after the Ardha Kumbh Mela. They had already been worshipped, so their worship should not be stopped. So this is another standard for deity worship. Once you install deity, then you can't stop the service of the deity. There's so many times my Guru Maharaj said to Girastha devotees, don't install deities. Because once you install, then you go for some tour and keep deity in your room, lock them. It's not good. They are Lord. One devotee asked Guru Maharaj, I installed deities, Radha Krishna, now I want to go to some parikrama and all, how I can carry them? Guru said, carry them. No option. Did you ask me before installing? No. He said, no. You do now. You have to do seva. Now anyhow, I don't know how you do. The deities have to be installed tomorrow, he said, Prabhupada. He put Kaushalya and Nandakumar in charge of the preparation. So tomorrow we will see the installation of deity in the house of Mr. Poddar, which is named as Krishna Niketan. Okay. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, the creation of the fourth order. The chapter 13 entitled is Description of the Descendant of Dhruva Maharaj. Text, I think, 3. You took 2. So this is Maitreya Muni's conversation. So Maitreya Muni and Vidura's conversation. Now Vidura is saying, what he is saying, we'll read. Please repeat after me. Manne Mahabhagavatam Naradam Devadarshanam Ena Praktaha Kriya Yogaha Paricharya Vidir Hare Manne Mahabhagavatam Naradam Devadarshanam Yena Prakta Kriya Yoga Paricharya Vidhi Hare Manne Mahabhagavato Naradam Devadarshanam Yena Prakta Kriya Yoga Paricharya Vidhi Hare. Translation. Vidura continue. Vidura continue means last shloka also Vidura say. I know that the great sage Narada is the greatest of all devotees. Mahabhagavata. Bhagavat means Bhagavan, Lord. Bhagavat means who worship Bhagavan. And Mahabhagavata means who is the best among all the devotees. And who was the best? Narada Muni. Narada Muni is such a devotee, he has access to all. Access to all means what? He can even go to demons, even he can go to demigods, even he can go to Krishna, even he can go to Vishnu, even he can go to Shiva, even he can come to material world. He has access to everywhere. So that's why the Vidura says, I know that, Manye, I know that. What you know? Narada Mahabhagavata. Narad Muni is Mahabhagavat, great or best devotee. He has compiled the Pancharatrika procedure of devotional service and has directly met the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So here, what he compiled? Pancharatrika Vidhi. We do worship, the deity worship should be, conduct under the direction of Pancharatrika Vidhi. Okay. There is a two, okay, Prabhupada will discuss this, okay, I will come to that point later. And Narad Muni's another quality is he directly met Supreme Personality of Godhead. Brahma, he doesn't meet Krishna directly. Do you ever see like Brahma? They goes to that Karana Samudra, Viraja Nadi, and they will pray. Oh my dear Lord, please appear. Please come to this world, save us. Then they will listen, or Brahma will come to in his mind that okay, Krishna sent the message, okay, I'm coming. But Narada is not like that. He is not praying. He is to he doesn't need any visa. He directly goes to anywhere. That's why Narada was able to see nor any demigods see that form. It's mentioned all the demigods, they also roaming around this world. Sometimes they comes. But how did Narada come to see this form? Because he was Mahabhagavata. Narad Muni Vajay Vina Radhika Ramana Name. He is constantly chanting Radha Rani's name and Krishna's name. In the films and movies or web series, they shows Narad Muni's character in a negative way. This is Narad Muni is such a person who made conflict between two persons. No. He is the greatest devotee. He is a Mahabhagavata. And what he did, what he achieved, he met Krishna directly. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Very wonderful purport, small, but there are two different ways of approaching Supreme Personality of Godhead. How many processes are there? Two ways. One is called Bhagavata Marg. Say, one is called Bhagavata Marg. Marg means way. You say, na? Mataji, you've been in Vrindavan? Bhakti Vedanta Marg. You know? That Vrindavan temple,
Yeah,
go,
yeah.
our ISKCON temple, Bhakti Vedanta Marg. Marg means what? Way or path or road. So, there is a two path to approach Krishna. One is Bhagavata Marg and another is Pancharatrika Vidhi. The other is called Pancharatrika Vidhi. Pancharatrika Vidhi is the method of temple worship. So the temple worship, we do the puja and archana, this all we follow the Pancharatrika Vidhi. Narada Pancharatra, this book. And Bhagavata Vidhi is a system of 9 processes which begin with hearing and chanting. What are the 9 processes, Mataji? You know? Yes. Say, Shravanam. So this shloka you will find in the Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, chapter 5th, text 23 and 24. Prahlad Maharaj saying this shloka. What is it? Shri Prahlad Vacha, Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu, Smaranam Pada Sevanam, Archanam Bandhanam Dasyam, Sakyam Atma Nivedanam, Iti Pum Shampirta, Vishnu, Bhaktishchanava Lakshanaha, Kriyata Bhagavati Adya, Tanmanye Aditam Uttamam. What is it? Prahlad Maharaj said, hearing and chanting about the transcendental holy name form qualities, paraphernalia and pastimes of Lord Vishnu. Remembering them, serving the lotus feet of Lord, offering the Lord respectful worship with 16 types of paraphernalia, offering prayers to the Lord, becoming his servant, considering the Lord one's best friend, surrendering everything unto him, in other words, serving him with body, mind and words. These 9 processes are accepted as pure devotional service. These 9 processes are accepted as pure devotional service. One who has dedicated his life to the service of Krishna through these 9 methods should be understood to be the most learned person, for he has acquired complete knowledge. So these 9 processes are very important. So by this 9 process, we can see in the Shastra, people have achieved Supreme Personality of Godhead, or they call the special blessings of Supreme Personality of Godhead. So first process is what? Shmaranam, or what? Sorry, Shravanam. Start by hearing. Why hearing is so important?
Only we can understand.
Why hearing is so? He can say Kirtanam Shmaranam, Kirtanam Shravanam Vishnu. Kirtanam, he can say first Kirtan. Why Shravan? Why hearing?
Medically, we say hearing goes direct to the brain.
Okay? Yeah, correct. So,
Cleanses your heart.
okay, it goes to heart. Yes, of course. And if you listen about someone, it goes to heart also. You know. Okay, why hearing is important? Say, no problem. Say in Bengali. Shravan কেন জরুরি? কেন শুনতে হবে? Good. He said it will cleanse our heart. It will cleanse our heart. There is evidence also, you know. What he said? Shidanam Sakata Krishna Purna Shravana Kirtana Hridayantasya Yavadrani Vidunati Sirisatam. It will cleanse our heart. So all of you are correct. But Shravanam, the more you hear, the more you become attached. Isn't it? You hear about a person every day, you will become attached to that person. It doesn't matter you know him or doesn't. It doesn't matter. Shravanam leads to attachment. So if you want to be attached to Krishna, so many devotees say, oh Prabhuji, we don't have any attachment for Krishna. Are you listening? Are you hearing? No. Oh no Prabhu, we don't get time to hearing. How you can become attached? You see the example of Mother Rukmini. Did she ever see Krishna before marriage? Before Krishna kidnapped her? Did she met Krishna? No. Did she see Krishna? How Krishna looks like? No. How she become attached? How? Because every day from Mathura, one Brahmana used to come to the father of Rukmini, and he used to glorify Krishna. Oh, today Krishna did this. Today Krishna do this. Oh, today Krishna, Krishna acted like this. Today Krishna give this, lessons to us. He was saying Krishna is like this, Krishna is like this. And she used to listen about Krishna, 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 Krishna. Then she became attached to Krishna. He said, okay, I'll marry. If I want to marry, and I'll marry Krishna. Isn't it fascinating? By hearing, we can be attached to Krishna. That's why we should hear more and more. That's why we should hear Srimad Bhagavatam classes. Most probably it's happening nowadays. When Bhagavatam class start, people fly. Why,
It's sleepy.
Not because of sleepy. It's good to sleep in class, no problem. They think all other engagement is more important than hearing Bhagavatam. Oh, what is the importance of Bhagavatam? It's time pass. Prabhu, if you want to be attached to Krishna, then listen Bhagavatam. There is no other process. That's why in the 9 process of bhakti, the Navavida bhakti, the first process is Shravanam. The bhakti start, Bhakti Yuga, Krishna's, the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, it's known as Bhakti Yuga, starting of Bhakti Yuga. And what is the first shloka? Krishna said, Tat Shinu. Oh Arjuna, listen. Or do hearing. So hearing is very important. Okay. So we have to hear. I can go on hearing. Today's whole class will go on hearing, but we'll cover a little bit of everything. But yeah, let's see. Okay, now give me one example. By the following of the Shravanam process, who achieve Krishna or who get Krishna? Yes, Mother. Yes, Parikshit Maharaj. He is the Acharya for Shravanam. He didn't follow all other process. Only one process out of 9, only Shravanam. And he got Krishna by 7 days. All other process takes time. You see, Kirtanam. By Kirtan, who achieved Krishna? Sukadeva Goswami. He took a long time. Long time, isn't it? He took Kirtan for so many years. But Parikshit Maharaj, after 7 days, finished. So you see, Shravanam is a very quick process. So by hearing Maharaj Parikshit, the last 7 days of his life, he constantly heard the Srimad Bhagavatam. So now questions may come. Okay, that was Sukadev Goswami, that's why Parikshit Maharaj got elevated, or he, liberated. But here, not Sukadev Goswami, not Parikshit Maharaj. But Srila Prabhupada gives us different vision to see this the thing. Prabhupada said, Tadvaga Visharga Janataga Viplava Yashmin Pati Shlokam Avadyatapi. Prabhupada writes, if you open Srimad Bhagavatam, we have Srimad Bhagavatam here. Every canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, you go there, first page, like where Prabhupada write the preface, you see the two words Prabhupada quote. One is Prahlad Maharaj that Kaumaret Acharet Pragya, and another is Tadvaga Visharga Janataga Viplava. What does it mean? Tadvaga Visharga Janataga Viplava. Krishna's word can bring revelation in this world. Tadvaga Visharga Janataga Viplava. How? Yashmin Pati Shlokam. If in every shloka there is mistakes, no problem. Prabhupada writes in that purport that I also have so much, like in English, Prabhupada said in English, maybe there is some grammatical shortcomings, but I know that Srimad Bhagavatam has a potency to, bring the revelation in this world. And that's, we can see. Prabhupada took Srimad Bhagavatam to America, not any deities. Prabhupada didn't take with him gold nitai. Prabhupada didn't take, Jagannath Baladev Subhadramani, Radha Krishna. What he take with him?
3 volumes of
Srimad Bhagavatam. Isn't it so interesting to understand? Prabhupada has so much faith on Srimad Bhagavatam. Prabhupada said, Bhagavatar Katha se tava avatar dhir haiya shune jadi kane bar bar. Prabhupada said, oh, Krishna, Bhagavatar is your incarnation. Tamadidevo karuna nidhanam tamalvarna suhitavataram apara samsara samudra setum bhajamahe bhagavata sarupam. Srimad Bhagavatam is Krishna's incarnation. The Saunakadi Rishi, they asked Sutta Goswami, oh my dear Sutta Goswami, when Krishna left this world, Dharmaka Saranam Gata, the religion where they will take shelter. There should be a shelter for religion also. Then Sutta Goswami said, Krishna sadham upagate dharma jnana adivi saha kalo nashta drisham arko purana udita. There is a one song which is known as Srimad Bhagavatam. It's arise in the Kali Yuga. Why? Kola dushi nashta prayesho vadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya. And to destroy all the unwanted things from the devotee's life. So that's why it's very important to hear Srimad Bhagavatam. And this point should be emphasized again and again and again and again. Why? Because the day we feel that, okay, no need to hear Srimad Bhagavatam, this is the day for us to go down. The day we understand, okay, now we know everything about Srimad Bhagavatam in and out. Why I should listen? Kaliya Prabhu. Why I should listen? Kaliya Prabhu is the old man. What he knows? I read Srimad Bhagavatam in and out. I know so many shloka. Why I should listen him? No. We should listen. Why? Because we want to satisfy Krishna ultimately. And Krishna will be happy to see we are sitting on Srimad Bhagavatam class, sincerely trying to listen. Whomever that speaker is, it doesn't matter. The matter is that, okay, we are here to listen Srimad Bhagavatam. Do you consider that when you go to medical and, okay, this doctor's surname is Reddy or Shetty, I will not go to him. Do you think that? Do you consider that? Do you think, okay, if that person's name is Das only I will go, otherwise I will not go to doctor. You need to go for operation, and the surgeon, his name is Reddy, or what is Ajay Reddy, whatever. You say, no, I will not go for operating from a Reddy, I want from Das. Do you think that your disease will be cured? No. So, Reddy, Das, Shetty doesn't matter. What matters? The process. So, what process is going on? Shravanam and Kirtanam. We should have faith on that. Not that, okay, this person, I don't like him, so I should not listen to him. No. I like Bhagavatam, I like Krishna, so we should let our ego go and come and see and listen. That's the process of Shravanam. So by Shravan, Parikshit Maharaj got. By Kirtanam, Sukadev Goswami. And Vishnu, Smaranam. Now, Smaranam is also very important. You see, when you do Kirtan, when you can do Kirtan, when you listen or hear so much, Kirtanam is known as like overflow of water. Okay. Now consider our heart is like a glass. Okay. Bottle here. Okay. Yeah? No, you can see. Think that this bottle is empty, like our heart. Yeah? No, like my heart at least. No bhakti is here. By Shravanam, we get attachment from Krishna, for Krishna. Okay. But when it fills, and you are still pouring water here, what will happen? Overflow. It will make wet the place. Isn't it? So, putting water is Shravanam. This bottle is our heart. When Shravanam will full, it will overflow. This will make white the floor and your dress or whatever. This white is Kirtan. Means this overflow, when you listen so much, that you can't stop yourself to preach. Like this Mataji, whoever comes, Mataji like goes, he said, you see this Prabhupada, this is Krishna, like this. So I don't like that. Because she listens so much, she hears so much, that's why she couldn't stop herself. You see the devotees, sometimes they give lecture, they go on, they can't stop. Why? Because they have heard so much. So, Kirtanam means overflow of hearing. So now, when you have hearing and when you have Kirtan, you speak about Krishna and you listen about Krishna. If you do these two things, Smaranam will happen automatically. Isn't it, Mataji? Do you need to try oh my God, I will not think about samasa today. No, we have listened so much. We have do kirtan so much about samasa. We know that every day 6:15 samasa will come. Isn't it? No need to think for this, okay, forcefully I will think about samasa. No. Why? So much of Shravan and Kirtan happened for this. Why we can't remember Krishna? Mataji, why we can't remember Krishna? Why you can't have that Smaranam? Because of less hearing and less Kirtan. Srila Prabhupada says in 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, I forgot the purport name, but the shloka number. But the Prabhupada said, those who have a knowledge of Krishna consciousness movement, they should preach. And if they are not preaching, they are miser person. They are a Kripana. Kripana is not that person who has so much of money and is not giving to someone else. Kripana is that person who has the knowledge of Krishna consciousness and not distributing that. and Smaran will come automatically. So many times we think, okay, I am chanting, Krishna's Leela is not coming in my mind. Because we are not hearing Krishna's Leela, how Krishna's Leela will come? You saw so many people, in sleep they talk so much. They talk so many things. In sleep they talk. You saw Mataji? Some people talk while they are asleep. Because this goes on and on in their mind, in the state of unconsciousness, they are also speak. So we should reach that state. Consciously or unconsciously. Yeah, consciously we should remember Krishna. Unconsciously also we should remember Krishna. Like about devotees you can say, like if sometime devotee get like some, suddenly they got fall down, on the ground. They say, oh Krishna, like this. But outside people what they say? Oh my God. They don't say, oh my God. They say, ooh, ah, ee, whatever. Why? But devotees say, oh Krishna. If something good happens, they say, oh Krishna. If something bad happens, they say, oh Krishna. If something, in middle, not good, not bad, they say, oh Krishna. So devotees like, oh Krishna, oh Krishna, oh Krishna. There's a Kulasekar Alvar, he said, Shivallaveti varadeti daya pareti bhakto priyati bhavaluntano ko videti natheti nagashayaneti jagannivashi alapinam pratidinam kurvam mukunda mukunda mudna pranipatta jache bhavantami antame kantamartam avishmita tat charanarapinde bhave bhave yat bhavatat prasadat. Oh my dear Lord, please bless me so that I will never forget you, so that I can remember you all the time. The essence of all the scripture is Satatam Smartaiva Vishnu, always remember Krishna. And Smaran will come automatically when we listen or will do hearing and kirtan. And Krishna wants us to Smaran. What Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita? Antakale cha mameva smaran mukta kalevaram. Krishna didn't say Antakale cha mameva kirtan mukta kalevaram. No. Why? Why Krishna didn't say kirtan mukta kalevaram? Why? Why? Kirtan mukta kalevaram, Krishna could say. Or Shravan Mukta Kalevaram. Because Prabhu, see, when you become old, maybe our ears will not work, isn't it? Maybe we will not be able to hear. Some devotee may say, Prabhu, please chant Hare Krishna, now you are about to leave your body, please chant Hare Krishna. But maybe we will not hear that, isn't it? When you become old, maybe this can happen. Or maybe you are in coma. Isn't it? Then Kirtan, maybe you got paralyzed. You can't speak. But one thing no one can stop you, that's Smaran. Smaran Mukta Kalevaram. Antakalecha Mameva Smaran Mukta Kalevaram. That's why Krishna emphasized on the Smaran. We should remember. And remembering will not come unless and until we will not listen. Listen and do Kirtan. Okay? So then, let's go to the next process. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, then Pada Sevanam. No problem, the sequence is okay. Then Pada Sevanam. Why Pada Sevan? Who get Krishna or who achieve Supreme Person of Godhead? Who do always this seva? Lakshmi, Mother Lakshmi.
But Bharat Maharaj.
Oh?
Bharat Maharaj.
Bharat Maharaj, yes. Bharat Maharaj also. He did the Pada Sevan of Ramji. Bharat Maharaj is so okay, I will not go to that story. But yeah, Bharat Maharaj is doing Padaseva. Padaseva. Prabhupada said serving the lotus feet of Supreme Personality of Godhead means to preach about Him. Can you understand Prabhupada's point? Serving His lotus feet means you should go out and preach. This is a real serving. We are offering flower to Srila Prabhupada's lotus feet. We are offering flower to Krishna. This jiva, all the living entity are like as flower. They are also like lotus flower. We should bring them and offer to Krishna. That Krishna, this is for your lotus feet. Please accept that. And that is a great offering. By the one lotus flower, if Krishna can come from the Vaikuntha to save Gajendra, don't you think that when we take one jiva, living entity, bring them in Krishna consciousness, Krishna will not come to save us? He will definitely come. Then next is Archanam. Archanam means worshipping, deity worship. And Prithu Maharaj, he got, he is Acharya of Archana. Then praying, then Vandanam. Vandanam means what? Vandanam means what? Offering prayers. Bandhana. Bandhana means, what you say? Guru Bandhana. See here is written. Shri Guru Bandhana means what? Offering prayers to Guru. So Bandhana is one process out of 9. Bandhanam. Prayers is very important. One day we will take class on like how to pray, or art of prayer, the importance of praying to Krishna. Because if you see Srimad Bhagavatam, it's full of prayers, isn't it? Srimad Bhagavatam is full of prayers, isn't it? What is the first verse of Bhagavatam? What is the first verse? Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. What does it mean? Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. And if you go, Uttara prays to Krishna. Mother Kunti prays to Krishna. Vishmadev, he offered prayers to Krishna. Then we go to Arjuna, he offered his prayers to Krishna. Then again, Yudhishthira Maharaj. Like this goes on and on and on and on. And Srimad Bhagavatam full of prayers. I have one desire, I want to discuss all the prayers with devotees, like starting from, maybe there will be 2 shloka, no problem, but that maybe one day we will start here, no problem. Prabhupada said, pure desire, sheer success. If we desire which is pure, success is sure. So, yeah, Bandhanam is very good. When we come in front of Krishna, we should pray. We should have some verse in our pocket, In our training days, Prabhu, Kalya Prabhu, when we do training, that time we used to write down prayers, I still remember those prayers. Like, Sanchintayet Bhagavatas Charanara Vrindam. Sanchintayet Bhagavatas Charanara Vrindam. Vajrang Kushadaja Sarvahalanchanadyam. Uttunga Rakto Vilashat Nakachakravalaha Jusna Vivirahat Madandakaram. Aham Haritava Padai Kamulam Dashana Dasha Bhavitashmi Bhuyaha. Manashmarita Shupate Gunanste Grinitavaka Karma Karoti Kayo. These are prayers to Krishna. So my dear Krishna, Aham Haritava Padai Kamula. Oh my dear Lord, your lotus feet are only my shelter. Kunti Maharani, she prays, Nama Pankaja Nabhaya, Nama Pankaja Maline, Namaste Pankajangai. So like this, everyone is praying.
Dharmakshetre, Kurukshetre, Samaveta,
Yeah,
Makas, Pandavas, Apurvasas,
that also you can pray that Krishna, this verse is from your Bhagavad Gita. You can say. So, like this, you should pray. When you come in front of Krishna, you should not be like silent. Our process is not process of silence. Our process is loud. Chant. What is our process? Chant
and be happy.
and more chant, then more chant, then more chant, then chant, 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 chant. Not silence. Mauni is not our brata. Prabhupada said, Mauni, who took the brata of being silent, they will not speak anything. But Prabhupada said the real Mauni brati is those who talks about Krishna and they don't talk about anyone else. They are real brati. So bandhanam. So you should pray. So from today when we come, we can at least a simple prayer. Say Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Tapta Kanchana Gauranga Radhe Vrindavana Shri Dishavan Shri Devi Pranamami Haripriya Nama Mahavadannaya Krishna Prem Pradayate Krishna Krishna Chaitanya Namya Guru Krishna Namaha Nityananda Namaste Evam Premananda Padayane Kola Kalmashanashaya Jannavapate Namaha Nilachala Nivashaya Nityaya Paramatmane Valavadra Savajavan Jagannataya Te Namaha. So we can have these prayers, simple prayer, we can pray to Krishna. And when we pray from Srimad Bhagavatam or other scriptures, Krishna get attracted. Why? Because these prayers are being recited by his devotees. Isn't it? So that's why bandhanam is very important. Then what? Daisyam. Daisyam, who is the Acharya of Daisyam? Hanumanji.
Hanumanji.
Hanumanji's position is all the time is like, like this. This is said, what should I do for you, my Lord? Das means what? Vala is ready to serve. One time Prabhupada, one disciple went to Prabhupada, said, Prabhupada, what is the meaning of my name? He said, Prabhupada, what is the meaning of my name? Prabhupada said, name doesn't matter. What is the meaning of Das? Try to understand that. Das is most important. We are servant. We may say that, oh, I am your servant. But when the devotee gives us seva, we feel, why Prabhu? Why you only see Kaliya Prabhu? You don't like me. You don't like me, that's why you are giving me seva. But we say, Prabhu, in morning time we chant that Shikshashtakam. What do you say? Rinadope Sune Chena Tarineva Shahishmana Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahari. He said, Trinadope Sune Chena. So only words can make us real servant. The attitude is most important. So servant's attitude, what should be the servant's attitude? Okay, I am ready to serve. And Hanumanji, he was always ready to serve. When Ramachandra went to, it's described in the Ramayana, Ramachandra went to search for Sita. Hanumanji was on leave. Leave, he took his leave from his job for 30 days or 10 days. Like he was on leave. He put application on Sugriva. He said, now I'm on leave. But when he heard that, oh no, there is this emergency, he immediately come. He didn't say, oh my dear Lord, I'll come after my leave. No. But he was there. He was there to serve. So that's why it's very, very important that servant should always be ready to serve. When Lakshmana got the Shaktisel Ban, that Vaidya, the doctor, he said, get that, specific, medicines from that mountain. He said, who will take this, if this is not the correct medicine? He brought whole mountain. This is the mode of a servant. That's why this is a limbs of bhakti. Okay. The next.
9 o'clock already. I will go to Daddy kitchen.
You are going?
Daddy kitchen, help.
Okay, 2 minutes we'll finish.
Okay.
Like now only 2 processes remain.
Okay.
Then Sakyam. Sakyam, who did? Arjuna. And Atmanivedanam. Atmanivedan by Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj offered everything to Krishna. Everything. Everything is everything, even his hair. He said, my Lord, now put your hair, feet on my hair. Take this. So by this 9 process, we can satisfy Krishna. And you know wonderful thing is that by following one process, you can have Krishna. But by the blessings of Srila Prabhupada, you can follow all the process in morning. If we come in morning in temple hall, all the process fulfilled. Like Shravan, we did Kirtan, we sing. Then Smaran, we are remembering Krishna. Then Vandanam, we offer prayers, isn't it? Govindam Adi Purusham Tamamajam, we offer prayers. Vandanam, then Daisyam, we serve Prabhupada, we serve deities. Daisyam, Atmanivedanam, we offer. Without Atmanivedanam, we can't stay here for a long time. So that is the greatness of ISKCON. That is a greatest benediction for all of us. We should take we should take the full advantage of this opportunity and go back to the altar. Thank you so much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Jai Gaura Premanande Hari Hari Gaur. Pradharashim Bhagavatam ki jai. Prabhu.